Everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Writing Lab this morning. It is February 17th, 2026, and we are in the lab this morning. Oh my gosh, I already got a sneeze. I feel myself coming down with something. Excuse me. I feel it, y'all. I feel myself coming down with something. But we are here this morning and we're gonna get writing. Okay, we're gonna push through. Okay. Let me take these. We are going to push through this morning. Good morning. Let me see, what is today? What did I say? The 17th. Let's see what our word is today. I've got some tea brewing, so I'm gonna make me some tea, and we're gonna get started in just a few minutes. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Writing Lab with your girl, Delores. Delores. Yeah, I went on a cruise. Where did we go? Cozumel, somewhere like that. And you know the way they say my name, shall they say Delores. And I just love it. Put a little accent on it, honey. Do y'all know my name means pain? It's a Spanish name. It means pain. Can y'all believe that? All right, so today it says, don't be afraid to give up the good and go for the great. Listen, that'll preach. That will preach this morning. You have to take a screenshot of that. Mm, that's a whole sermon. Somebody gonna steal that and preach it on Sunday. Watch. Ugh. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the Writing Lab. Get your stuff together. Get your supplies together, child. We're gonna write this morning. Okay, I'm over here. I got a little bit of the sniffles going on, so I'm gonna make me some tea while y'all are getting your supplies together. Just come on over here with me. Let's make a little tea chat, okay? All right, get y'all stuff together now. Come on. Don't be playing. Get up. You see what the things say? Get up. Stop scrolling and start writing. Come on, get your stuff together. So we can accomplish our writing goals, okay, y'all? We got we got stuff to do now. Today I'm gonna make some tea. Y'all know I like my coffee, but I want to make some tea. And this is tea that's available in my store, so you can grab this tea as well. And then you know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I just put a little bit of sugar in there. I use that sugar in the raw. There is stevia in the raw. Okay. So let's get your stuff together, get your writing supplies together. What are y'all working on today? What are y'all working on? Y'all writing a book? Y'all doing some poetry? Y'all doing what you doing? Are you doing for the story time series? What's up? What are your writing goals? Like share your goals with me so I can hold you accountable. Y'all want me accountable. I'm your accountability partner. Okay? Alright? I'm taking on this role for y'all. Because I like y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all down, child. Y'all. Oh, sorry. I meant to show y'all this. These are the tea packets, the Serenity. And y'all can find that right in my store. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put this QR code up for y'all. Y'all can go ahead and just scan that for later, child. Because what y'all really supposed to be doing right now is getting your writing supplies together. So let's focus here, right? Get your supplies. That's there whenever you're ready for it. And that's a Serenity, okay? So I'm going to put my water in first, and then I'm going to add these effervescent tablets in my tea. Because whatever this is, I'm trying to come down with y'all. I need to go and knock it out, okay? Look. Those are the vitamin C effervescent tablets. I'm gonna just add that to my tea because I'm at y'all. I'm in fight mode trying to get whatever this is knocked out. Okay, before it gets any worse. So I got stuff to do. I can't be slowed down by trying to catch nothing now. There's a whole lot in these streets that you can catch right now. It seems like. So we gotta be really careful now. really careful. And y'all, look at it. It's kind of like, can you see that even a little bit? It's like bubbling up a little bit and like sizzling. Hold on, can you hear it? Yes. This should make me feel so much better. And like I said, y'all can grab this. Oh yeah, that's good right there. Y'all can grab that in my store, not from my store. But y'all go ahead, get your writing supplies together. We're gonna write this morning, okay? Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Actually, let me move it back. And y'all, excuse me when I got the sniffles. Um, so let's go ahead and get this screen together. Y'all, we are writing this morning, okay? We are writing this morning. Listen, y'all have been talking about writing your books, meeting your writing goals and stuff this is your sign. Okay, this is your sign. This is your opportunity to be like in a shared space where everybody here, if you're here, it's because you're writing. I mean, no one's just gonna sit on here and just watch us. I don't think they will. Will they? Will they? I mean, if you're gonna watch, you may as well write. Okay, so go ahead and get your stuff together. All right, we ain't got time for this now. We have goals to reach, people. Okay, writing goals. We have books that need to be put out. I don't think that we were ever meant to stop sharing our stories. You know what I mean? Like, do y'all still see miracles in your life? Like, do you still, have lessons that you have learned? Like, um, advice. Do those things still happen to us? Yes, they do. They didn't just stop in the Bible days, right? Like God still talks to people. God still reveals things. So why not write about that? You know what I'm saying? So yes, let's get our writing things together, guys. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This timer that I'm using is from Million Reason. It's a YouTube page that you can go to, so y'all can do these writing sessions on your own, and you can do them for shorter or longer sprints, and that's a good site to go to for different timers. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the chat where you can find this this book, Tell the Truth, Daughter, and we're gonna just quickly read an excerpt from it as y'all are finishing up getting your supplies together. I want y'all to start getting used to this at 6 a.m. Um, I'm doing my best, you guys. I want to be here for you. I want to show up for you, and I want to show up for myself, consistently. Um, and so, that's what these live writing sessions are for. And I think it's very beneficial for us to just set aside a time that we can commit to. And this is a good time for me. So I'm hoping it's a good time for y'all. And if it's not, then you could go back later, right? And view the video as if you were live with us, okay? You can even put in the chat what you're working on, even if you watch the video later on, I'll still be able to see it and still send you some great creative energy, okay? So let's go into part one of this book, Tell the Truth, Daughter. And this is part one of the series that's going to help you to write your memoir. This part one of the series is how to write the memoir you were never meant to tell. Okay. And it's by me and it's available in my store. I've already put the link in the chat for you, and it's in the description of this video. So let's go into chapter one. Okay. Part one is seeing your story clearly. Okay. Seeing your story clearly. And it begins with chapter one. You lived through it. Now tell it. Okay. You didn't imagine what happened to you. You didn't misread the moment. You didn't overreact. You lived through experiences that shaped you. Some painful, some eye-opening, some still confusing. And for the first time, you're giving yourself permission to look at your life without minimizing it. Memoir writing begins with that moment. The moment you stop silencing yourself to protect other people's comfort. Many daughters are taught to downplay harm, hide what the family wants hidden, make peace with dysfunction, get over things they never got to understand, pretend everything was fine to honor people who weren't honorable. Your voice was trained to stay small. That's why telling the truth feels rebellious. That's why writing your story feels risky. That's why you feel a mix of fear and freedom right now. But here's the truth: your story isn't dangerous, your silence is. Writing your memoir doesn't expose people, it exposes patterns. It destroys, it doesn't destroy reputations. It reveals the reality you carried alone for too long. It doesn't create damage. It names what already existed. When you write your story, you reclaim your voice, your perspective, your interpretation of events, your lessons, your clarity, your future. You are not writing to relive pain. You are writing to release it. You are not writing to hurt someone. You are writing to heal yourself. You are not writing for revenge. You are writing for restoration. Writing your memoir is the doorway between who you were forced to be and who you finally get to become. Now tell the story. All right. Now that is chapter one. And our action step for today, okay? I want you guys to listen to this action step and think about this as you're writing. And this is what I want you to do: write down one moment you're finally ready to tell, even if it scares you. Okay? Write down one moment you're finally ready to tell, even if it scares you. Okay? So you can grab this book. It's available in my bookstore to help you write your memoir. So every day we'll just go over a certain part of it, and I'll give you encouragement, an action step, some type of prompt that'll help to get you writing, to get that creative flow, to get those memories and experiences out of your body and onto the page. Okay, and here is an interactive part of the book where you can write in what your responses are right here on the page. Okay. Um, some people like to see it on the page, and this is really good. This is a really good journaling section for you in the book to help, really get you started and get that flow going for you. Okay. So that's enough talking for now. Let's go ahead and get into our first writing sprint. Okay. So we do 50 minutes of focused writing here, and then we do 10 minutes of a movement break. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started writing.
Usual approach, one way to my love.
Hey, y'all. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Hold on. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Did y'all hear anything I said? I don't even know. I thought I had unmuted myself. Let me make sure. Okay. It looks like y'all didn't hear anything I said. Okay, I'll read it again. I was reading Miss Teresa's comment on Facebook. If you guys are watching me, I'm live on Facebook and on YouTube. So we're having these live writing sessions on both platforms. So this community is a little bit bigger than probably what you can see right now. What you see is maybe who's viewing with you on whatever particular platform you're on. But right now five different we're on five different pages right now. So there are people, across YouTube and across Facebook who are watching us right now. So or who are writing with us, okay? You better not be watching us. Better, okay? You better be writing with us, okay, child? That's what we doing over here. We're not playing no games, people, okay? So as you can see, there's a QR code on the bottom of the screen. That's only going to show when I'm on here, when we're having our movement breaks. You guys know I love the paprika and chili balsam. I sell this in my own pharmacy store, and you can grab this paprika and chili balsam for yourself. What I do is I use this on my hip a lot for when I'm, having riding sprints and I'm sitting for a long period of time. My hip starts hurting, and so I just rub a little bit of this on my hip. Let's go ahead and put some on now, child. Y'all see what color it is? Okay, just to let you know, honey, we mean business. Okay, it's red. Okay, if you put some on your body that's red, you know it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's red for goodness sake. You know. So Teresa, I was reading your message, but y'all couldn't hear me because I had my microphone on mute. But this is what you said. You said, "I wonder if I will ever find true love and happiness. Every time I try to meet someone, my mom and other family members interfere in my life, and I am definitely interested in being in a relationship with someone. But how can I make this happen if my very own mother, along with other members in my family, keep standing in my way of finding true happiness and love?" And so this is what I was saying to you while I had my microphone on mute. My bad. I was saying I think you need to write about it. I think you need to write about this experience. First of all, I can't give you advice. I don't even know enough information about your situation. Um, I would want to know why. Why would they interfere? I think that's probably like a normal question that we will all want to know. It's like, well, why would they do that? I mean, surely they want what you want for yourself. They want you to be happy and they want you to find love too. Is there something else that may be at play? That we don't have that information. It's kind of hard to make a you know a good discernment decision here without knowing any more information about your story. So that's why I say you should write about it, because sometimes writing about it will give you a lot of clarity too. you know um, I don't I've had my issues with family members and stuff like that. You guys know I went no contact with my father back in 2019, and I haven't spoken to him since. And so I know that family dynamics and all that stuff can get really, really weird. But sometimes we're not right. You know what I mean? I mean, just putting it bluntly. Sometimes we misunderstand things. And I'm not saying that's your situation. It may be, it may not be. I don't know. But that's why I say write about it, because writing about it will give you a lot of clarity. Because it's like sometimes when you're trying to process things in your own mind and in your own body, without kind of getting it out, it's just hard for it to like for you to see it clearly. It's like getting it out of you and onto paper, where you can actually reread what you wrote. You can, like if you record yourself, you can go back and just listen to what you said, and then it's like you're hearing it back to yourself, and it's like you can process it differently. Um, so that's why, writing is very, is really important um, for you to be able to process your emotions, process what has happened, events. It's like you start to make a lot of sense out of things. And maybe that means that you give your family a little bit of grace, or maybe it means that you distance yourself. But how do you know unless you give yourself that ability to process it? And writing will help with that a lot. So I would say write about it. You've already wrote in the chat, so this is a good starting place for you to say, hey, this is what I want in my life. Maybe you've never had true love and happiness, and that's something that you've been longing for. You know, maybe you've had someone who even deceived you in the past, and made you think that they were, in love with you and gave you a false sense of love and happiness. Tell us about that experience. Is that where your family's coming from when they, are standing in your way? Or is that a way of them thinking that they're protecting you? You know, um, but how do you really gain that clarity unless you give yourself a chance, to like process the information? So like start by writing it down, just like you did now. Write it, or start to speak it into some type of recording app. Like, let's say you're not really good at writing, but you could talk. You could say what's going on with you, and because you can do that with all the technology we have today, you could put that information into a recording app, a transcription app, and then have whatever you say be transcribed into actual written words. You can hear it back, you can read it back, and you can gain a lot of clarity that way. So I want you to try that, Teresa. Okay, and keep coming back for these writing sessions. We'll be doing these at starting at 6 a.m. Um, weekday mornings. This is a good time for me. I know I can. I pretty much am guaranteed to be consistent at this time because this is the time where my husband gets up and goes to work. I see him off, so I'm up. You know what I mean? And so, one thing that I've had to implement, and it sounds really simple, y'all. Like it almost sounds elementary, but like I, have like got on this kick where it's like I make myself get up. I get up, I wash my face. I use our own resurface line, and I sell this right in my own store. Okay, and let me put the QR code back up there for you. Um, so that you can grab your products too, and grab whatever skincare is best for your skin type, right? So we have a reverses line that's really good for aging. Then the line that I'm using is really good for like resurfacing my skin, softening my skin. I have some rough spots. I have some hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. So I make myself get up in the morning and like go and wash my face, brush my teeth, and I get all these products from my own store, and it's like that already adds like a sense of like pride to the situation. You know, makes me want to really do it. But also, it is good for your mental state. You get up, you wash your face, you go ahead and get started on these 2-hour writing sessions that we do in the writing lab. And you'll be surprised at how your life transforms and how much clarity you gain from these experiences, okay? From these sessions. Um, let's go ahead and get back started writing, you guys. I'm making some really great progress. Real quick, let me tell y'all what I'm working on. You guys know at the beginning of this of the writing lab, we read from the Tell the Truth Daughter guidebook, and this one is how to write the memoir you were never meant to tell. This is part one. So what I've been doing is formatting and finalizing the editing touches for part two and part three of this series. Okay, so this is part one of the series. So what I've been working on today is part 2 and part 3. That's what I was working on yesterday. And so those the additional parts of this series will be available in my bookstore pretty soon. But that's what I'm working on now. So let's go ahead and get back started. I'm going to share this screen again. And let me know in the chat what you're working on. If these sessions are helpful to you, make sure you share it with another daughter who, who needs to tell the truth, who needs to write her story, share her story, or at least just get it out of her body. Okay? Y'all be surprised at how sick this stuff will make you. If you're holding on to all of this trauma and you're just carrying it in your body, you'd be surprised at how sick you can become. So let's go ahead and get back started writing. Let's go, y'all. Yeah. Okay. How was that? How was that last session? How are y'all doing? How are you feeling? Let me check. All right. How was it, y'all? We did it. We survived it, honey. Okay. We survived that thing. We was in the lab for two 50-minute writing sessions. We're on our second movement break right now. As we close out this live stream, let me know what you guys have been working on. What are your goals? You know, you have writing goals, I'm sure. Is there a timeline that you want me to be aware of that you'd like to share with me, um, so that I can, just help hold you accountable? Y'all hold me accountable. I have a deadline of I guess 13 days now. Today is our second day of going live at 6 a.m. doing our writing lab. Okay, so y'all keep up with, like, how consistent we are. But this is day two, and we'll just, at least for the foreseeable future, I think we're only going to do this during the weekdays, Monday through Friday. And maybe we'll do a couple of impromptu ones on the weekends. I don't know. But I know for sure during the week I can commit to this. I can commit to doing 6 a.m. And I want you guys to try to commit too. Even if you are able to, um, be on here live with us at 6 a.m., whatever time you are able to, let's say your time is at 6 p.m., then just go ahead and turn on this live stream at 6 p.m. and do it then. It'll still feel like we're all working together. Maybe we're not exactly live at the same time, but we're all working towards our goal. And this is a nice collaborative space. The vibes are good, the music is good. We got a nice, simple little timer that keeps us on schedule, keeps us on task. Um, and so, there's a lot of benefits to being in here. Plus, during the breaks, I share some really good nuggets with y'all, some helpful writing tips, um, some encouragement. Like I gave Sister Teresa some encouragement during our last writing break. When we start, I'll be reading excerpts from the Tell the Truth Daughter guidebook, which will help you to write your own memoir. I am an international best-selling author. My memoir is called The Pastor's Daughter Provoked, and you can also find that in my bookstore. Whenever you go to get this book, you can actually get both. You can grab my memoir, and you can grab this part one of the memoir writing series, the Tell the Truth Daughter series. Okay, so y'all keep making progress. Um, and again, the timers are available on YouTube on a site called Million Reason. That's the channel on YouTube where you can go. They have various timers on there, hour long, 2 hours, 30 minutes, just various timers. So, if you could do a 30-minute sprint, let's say you got a break, turn on the timer, do your 30-minute sprint, and you'll be surprised at the progress that you can make. Before you know it, you'll have, a completed manuscript. Before you know it, you have a completed outline. Before you know it, you have a proposal. Are you working on proposals to pitch your books to somewhere? Before you actually begin writing it, you can do that. That's totally a possibility. With how things are going with writing these days. You could, with certain books, um, you'll have to, like, if you're pitching your book to an agent, or to get a book deal. With certain ones, you'll have to submit your entire book, your entire manuscript. Some cases you won't. Some cases you'll just submit an outline. And sometimes that's a preferred method for you not to have completed the book yet, but just complete the outline, give them a good synopsis of what the book is going to be, and then they, guide you and then go from there. There's a lot of different processes for writing your book, for publishing your book, and we'll get we'll go through all of that during these writing sessions. Okay, so our time to actually share really good information is during these movement breaks. Um, that's why I tend to get on the vibration play, because I can talk and and do this at the same time, even though I know my voice is super shaky. But y'all can understand me, child. So, that's when I actually try to provide you guys with some really good writing tips, is during these breaks. And then during the 15-minute writing sprints, I'm not talking, okay? We're not talking. We're not, doing all of this back and forth. We're actually making progress in our writing goals, okay? That could be research. That could be outlining. That could be putting prompts and things into your chat GPT. That could be editing. That could be formatting. Like today, I was formatting, doing a little bit of editing as I saw, different things that needed to be tweaked. I did a little bit of that while I was doing the formatting. Sometimes you won't see things until you're formatting, then you do a little, you see some things that need a little editing, you make those corrections as you go, that type of thing. That's what I was working on today. So, let me know in the chat what y'all are working on. What are your goals? You could be doing a story time series, and that's totally fine too. Remember that a lot of these um, platforms that you're using, YouTube being one of them, they will transcribe your entire video, and you can get a whole transcription of what your whole video is about. So let's say you just do better with speaking your stories. You just you're a good storyteller, But once it gets to like putting the stuff on paper, you're not so good at that part, you know. That's fine too. Where there is a will, there is a way, honey. Okay, so just speak your story into one of these transcription apps. Do a story time series on YouTube, then get it transcribed and let that be a book too. So that way you got a video series story time and you got a book. What? Are you serious? You can do all that? Heck yeah, you can. And I want you guys to use this time as, your motivation, as your push, you know, as your, kicking the butt. If that's what you need, then use it for that, Use it as, your accountability time. This is my time while this video is on. I'm focused, I'm working, I'm doing what Delores is saying we're going to do. And then, and use it as a kickstart for your own writing journey and what feels most comfortable for you, in order to reach your goals and get this stuff done. Okay, y'all. So that's all I got for y'all today, child. Okay, I'm probably gonna take me a nap. Okay, because that's how your girl operates. Y'all know that. Y'all know me by now. Okay, child. I'm gonna get up. Okay, get up, and we're gonna do these writing sessions, and then I'm gonna lay back down again. Okay, that's the way my fibromyalgia set up. You know. But really, really, I might do a couple more pages of formatting and editing before I lay down. But I definitely feel a nap in my very near future. I could tell that I'm getting congested, and I'm trying to come down with something. So I'm gonna rest for a little while and then just kind of play it by ear, because I have a lot of things coming up this week. A few events. Today we have, you guys know I'm very active in my chamber, so today we have an after-hours chamber event, line dance Tuesdays and karaoke Tuesdays at the lodge. And so I'm going to assess how I feel as the day progresses, and then make a judgment call, use my discernment here, and make a judgment call if I need to even, be out today, if I need to cancel any of the events that I have planned for today or for the rest of the week even, because what's most important is that I take care of myself and I take care of my body. I knew that this would probably happen, which would last week. I kind of had a little bit of a breakdown on Facebook, a little bit, just a tinge of a breakdown, just expressing how overwhelmed and how tired I am. And I was telling y'all that I know when I get like that, and like sickness is just right around the corner, that's what I do. I really work hard to protect my peace. I work hard to, keep my body as healthy as possible. Even though I feel like I have really been falling off on that part, But that's why I do it, because I just can easily become sick. And so, I'm just really cognizant of that. And I suggest y'all be that same way. But also, if you are coming down with something, you feel yourself, maybe something that could be contagious. I don't know, if this is like allergy related or just a little congestion, just my immune system getting a little down from, just being too active. Um, so I make a judgment call, but I'm one of those that I won't go around people if I'm sick. That's something that I want people to do as well for me. Like, just don't even just sit this one out. That's what I want y'all to be like. Just see, some of y'all have a fear of missing out, and so y'all will go places and do things, and you shouldn't. For your own safety and health, and for other people's too. So I'm gonna assess how I feel. After I take a nap, and let the medicine do its thing, let the tea, do its thing, and then make a judgment call. I'm not opposed to canceling everyday challenges presented to my body. Because at this point, and at this age and stage in life, child, it's like life depends on it at this point. And that's the case with some of y'all, but y'all in denial, honey. Y'all are in denial about what your body needs. Okay, I get that way too. No judgment here. But y'all go ahead and scan the QR code on the screen. The one here at the bottom of the screen is for you to grab whatever you need out of my pharmacy store. So you can go there. That we've got like great health and beauty and wellness products in there. It's luxury. Do y'all hear me? Okay, because nothing but the best for the girls. Okay, nothing but the best. And they also have products in there for men, but I'm partial to the girls. So yeah, y'all go ahead and grab whatever you need out of the pharmacy store. Make sure whatever y'all get, grab some of this paprika and chili balsam. Okay, this is great for pain relief. It works well for my fibromyalgia symptoms. I use it on my hip. I use it on my knees, especially on line dance Tuesdays. It helps to keep me going, keep me dancing all night. And then also over on this part of the screen, this part right here, there's a QR code there, and that's where you can also scan and grab this your memoir writing guide, Tell the Truth, Daughter. You can also grab my memoir there, and anything else that you may need over in the bookstore, child. Okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all later. Remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. All these sick kisses, child. Bye-bye for now.